Morning, guys. Coming to you live from the rooster yard. Just out here doing what I do best, which is mess with my roosters. Feeding, watering, everything. Watching this rain. Fixing to roll in here. Anyway, I got something I want to talk to y'all about. I got 3 favors I want to ask you guys. First of all, there's no money involved. Let me say that. I'm not going to ask you for a donation or an auction. I'm sure you've had 1 or 2 of them. Anyway, excuse me. Everybody knows what's went on, that act got signed by the president. The first thing I want you to know is you need to gain knowledge. Everybody needs to gain knowledge of what this act is all about. It's so loosely, it's like a loose blanket, so it can cover everything. It can take you at any time. If you and we're not talking about rooster people at all. We're talking about anybody who owns an animal, or if you was to help an animal in any way. This is so loosely. There's one part in there about any husbandry can be considered cruelty without a licensed veterinarian. So that means if you was to cut a stray dog's toenails off because they were hurting him, you could be charged for cruelty. Or if you was to groom a dog, anything, or any animal, you know, and that's a broad spectrum, very broad spectrum. See, that's how loosely this is blanket. That's what makes it so dangerous. But anyway, if you want to gain knowledge on it, the best thing you do is hop over there to that Calvary group. And you know I'm not a big fan of any of these groups, and everybody knows me knows that. And but this lady does a really good job. She did a video a couple weeks ago talking about it. Excuse me. And she's supposed to be addressing the president. She's talking to you. But regardless of her motives, it's a great video. She's done a good job. And I applaud her for that. Listen to that video. It's going to give you a lot of knowledge, which is the truth. It's actual facts. Everything she's saying in there is the gospel. Okay, that being said, another thing you need to do if you gain knowledge is go to Glenn Beck Crossfire. I think it's Crossfire, something like that. Or Rapid Fire or something. Anyway, Glenn Beck. Everybody knows Glenn Beck. He's the guy that does the show on Fox. He talks about the Agenda 21 quite a lot. He knows it's real. And it wouldn't be... Fox is one of the more reputable news broadcasts. Probably the only reputable news broadcast. Anyway, go to his stuff and look at it, and then there's a lot more knowledge that he don't get into that shows you exactly where this broad spectrum is coming from. All this is about, it goes all the way back to that. And it's been going on since the early 90s, I believe. It's when America signed on to it. And we won't get into that because that ain't what I want to talk about today, but I will talk about it at some point in the reading. Go do those 2 things. Go to the Calvary group, watch this lady's video. Go to Glenn Beck, see what he has to say about the UN Agenda 21. Now, here's for the big favor. This is the one that's going to break your hearts and say, oh my God, I can't do that. You know what I'm going to ask you to do? Every American citizen that you can share this with, from New York to South Louisiana, from the Northwest to the East Coast. December the 16th, which is about 3 weeks away. Do nothing. Don't buy fuel. That's the number one thing. Don't buy gas or diesel, whatever your vehicle drives. Don't buy it. Make sure you have it in your car. I ain't saying don't do anything else. Make sure you have it. Just don't buy fuel. And if you can restrain, don't buy anything. Don't buy a pack of cigarettes, stick of gum. Don't buy a Whataburger. Make sure you have food. Everything. Prepare for it, just like a camping trip. December the 16th. One day. Because here's the way the government looks at you, me, if you're black, white, green, purple, Chinese, Vietnamese, Middle Eastern, East Texas redneck. They look at you like you're their slave. They own you. They own me. That's the way they look at it. But the Constitution of the United States was written for a reason. That reason is they work for you. They work for you. By you buying zero and using zero fuel, or consuming, paying for zero fuel on one day, December the 16th, you will hit them where the only place that they recognize, and that's their pocketbook. Because, see, they get paid off of every dollar you spend. That's how they make their living. Best way to get somebody's attention? Hit them in the pocketbook. December the 16th, don't buy no fuel. If you can restrain, don't buy anything. Just make sure you have your lunch. Make sure you have cigarettes or snuff or booze if you drink. Make sure you have enough to last you through that day. From midnight to midnight. In other words, December the 15th at midnight, when it rolls over to December 16th, stop buying anything. Don't buy anything. Try it. Be sure and don't buy fuel until midnight the next night. If we all do this, I promise you, and you've done nothing, is what most people are really good at, is doing nothing. Yeah. So just do nothing. Do what we do best, which is nothing. If we do nothing, spend $0 that day, I promise you, within 1 or 2 days, once they figure out, once that impact hits, they gonna stand up and listen. And I mean listen. Because you don't realize the impact of 1 day of zero spending would have on this world. And it comes from all the way from the top, all the way down to the security guard. Anybody that's working for the government in any means, local government all the way up, it affects their paycheck. And I have no quarrel with these local guys. We got to do something. We got to do something as Americans. I mean, I see all you boys living in the inner cities, y'all always bitching and crying about somebody stomping on you. All these farmers are always bitching and crying about, hey, look, let's show them who the boss is. You the boss. You are the boss. If you're a little 80-year-old grandma and you sitting in your recliner right now, you the boss. Them people work for you. You don't work for them. Every one of them work for you. If we do that, one day, December the 16th, is all I'm asking. December 16th. 2 more things I want to let you know. Just for the record, for the world to know. I'm never going to commit suicide. And Epstein probably didn't either. Y'all have a great day. Thank you. Share this. We need the world to know. I'm not going to buy nothing that day. I have one bad habit, which is I smoke. I'm not going to buy cigarettes that day because I'm going to have a pack of cigarettes to last me through the day. I'm not buying fuel. I'm probably not going to buy anything else. I'm probably going to have all my food all ready for that whole day. So I'm not buying. I'm spending $0 on December the 16th. I ask you to do nothing, to spend nothing. This is what I'm asking you. I bet you've never had nobody ask you to do nothing before and it make an impact. Try it. Please stand with me on this. Share this to everybody. God bless you guys. Let's make it happen. Thank you.